Hello and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. In this video I'm continuing the 2026 predictions and we will focus today on the European Union, what to expect in the EU in 2026. I'm gonna do it a little bit differently because sometimes it can take a long time for it to come out the cards, and the longer the video, YouTube has a hard time dubbing them, so I'm kind of trying to cut down the time and see how this one's gonna go. But anyway, there's been quite a few challenges in the European Union in 2025. Obviously the geopolitical pressures around security with Ukraine, and then the tensions around NATO and the US support as well has been quite a shift. So there's a lot of focus on defense. There's an economic stagnation as well, and a competitive lag that's happening. The growth in the EU hasn't been great, and there's big competition from the US and from China as well. And obviously there's international cohesion and democratic constitutional tensions as well among the members. But there's kind of a new development that in January, Bulgaria is joining the Eurozone and adopting the euro as their currency. So that's a pretty big development for them. And we're kind of pretty much ready to go here. So we have quite a few cards. Okay, so let's jump into the reading. And I get clarifiers if I need as well. Okay, so what we have here as the main message for the European Union is the third quarter moon, which is all about adjustments are required. And I don't think that anybody would disagree with that statement when it comes to the European Union. I think the European Union has to change. There are a lot of challenges within the member countries, and yeah, like I think that's a very fair statement. And then we have here also the breathe card. It's interesting, this is not the first country that's getting it, which is all about rethinking the future, manifesting the future, but also taking a pause and rethinking what is that we want, calm down, and kind of focus on that process of what the countries want, which kind of like when you look at here, these two cards are practically telling us that the EU needs to take a step back and rethink what kind of an adjustments they need to move forward and to be successful and to achieve those goals, whatever they have. Okay, so from this deck, we have here the Lone Wolf, strike out on your own, ambition, job hunting, work is at play, wildcraft, conquer your fear. We also have here partners, attract your money match, better together, balance, double the dough, teamwork. And we also have the Matrix, revealing the truth, sacred work, real career, muse, catalyst, possibilities. Okay, so let's look at them, what they mean. I think the Lone Wolf here is, I think I'm kind of getting more the vibe from the US that the European Union needs to kind of think to stand on their own and not necessarily rely on other countries, other countries to defend them and conquer that fear. Now there's also the partners. I'm kind of getting here this better together is more for the European Union countries. I think they need to kind of partner up a little bit more, and they need to play a better team in terms of how to move forward, how to kind of make better money together, and rely on each other more. And we also have here the matrix, revealing the truth. So there may be something here is going to be revealed, maybe some secrets going to come out this year. But I'm kind of with the matrix, what I'm kind of getting is always like a very entangled system that comes to my mind when I kind of saw this card. So I kind of getting here that I think things are getting way more confusing, way more difficult and entangled, and I think they need to kind of look at it. How can they be more self-sufficient, but also partners in this entangled system to make better results, and how to make changes for the future. Okay, so let's see what are the energies on a monthly basis. Definitely let me know in the comment what do you think about it. Okay, so the first card we have here is the Page of Pentacles, and we also have the Lovers card. So the Lovers is all about partnerships, decisions as well. And you also have here the Page of Pentacles. This brings a great opportunity. It can be a great investment opportunity or any kind of financial deal. So I think, especially when I kind of look at that partners, there might be here some kind of an agreement. It might be some trade agreement that's coming in January. That's going to be very important for the region's long-term stability. But this is a good one, reliable offer that I think they need to make a decision about it. And also this is kind of like a great partnership. So I think there's going to be something good coming in. Now it might be that this just kind of shows that, okay, now Bulgaria is joining the Eurozone because you have that monetary the coin. So and they're partnering up, so it simply can indicate that as well. Okay, so February, what we have here is the Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups is a new happy beginning. It can be anything new. It can be any kind of new legislative. It can be any thing that impacts wellness, happiness of the zone. But also this is a card that can be connected to peace or peace treaties as well. And what I'm getting here is the Fool, which is practically just a new direction. So there might be here some new initiatives in February that I'm kind of getting here connected to wellness, health, and peace as well, and going into a brand new direction. Let's see what March is going to be all about. Well, for March, we do have here the Hierophant. So Hierophant can indicate religion, traditions, looking back the traditions, looking at some commitments as well, institutions, and definitely can signify the educational system. So there might be here something along that line of reforms to the education system, or some kind of a commitment. What the clarifier is the Death card, which shows that there's gonna be a big change in terms of the educational system or certain traditions. Now, if I kind of take this literally, I don't know if the Pope would die or not. He's quite a young one, but that can also mean this combination. But all in all, I think there might be some big changes in connection to the institution as well, because the Hierophant can indicate institutions. So maybe they are looking at a reform of the whole institution, especially when I kind of look at this matrix that are kind of talking about this system of entanglement as well. Let's see the card for April. Okay, so we have here the Eight of Cups. This is all about turning our back to something. Maybe there's something that they will, like a policy or some kind of a commitment, something, a law or something that they turn their back to. So I definitely need a clarifier for it. Okay, so what we have here is the Page of Swords. So Page of Swords, and especially those borders there, those border images, I'm kind of getting a couple of things. So Page of Swords can bring vigilancy, and being kind of paying attention and being pretty much looking out for potential risk and challenges. And what I'm kind of reminded here, it's not necessarily the messages, the Eight of Cups in terms of leaving something behind, but maybe there might be something along the borders, because when you look at this image, he is crossing the border, leaving the border, and also the Page of Swords can be connected to spying. It can be connected to anything in terms of like the internet as well. So there might be here something along the lines of border protection. Spying might be happening that is outside of the border, maybe through the Schengen zone, that might be connected to that. Also, there might be here some kind of regulation related to internet, because the Page of Swords is one of those internet cards. But there's definitely something along the borders, or border protection might be a very important question in the month of April. Now let's see what May is bringing. Okay, so we have here the Three of Wands. So Three of Wands is a card of early successes, growth, progress, and new adventures, new directions, looking into the future. It can definitely connect it to international partnerships, international trade, overseas relationships, but also this is a card of successes and seeing that the plan is working. So I think maybe they will see some growth across the region from an economical perspective, and they're gonna look into the future. Okay, so the clarifier is the Two of Cups. This is definitely connects to international partnerships when I kind of read the two cards together, because the Two of Cups is all about making a promise to each other. It can be a contract, it can be a deal where both parties is benefiting from it. So I'm kind of seeing here again, and you have here a partners card. There might be here some international agreements that are really good for the EU and for the countries that they're making with. Let's see what June will brings. Well, June will might bring a surprise here, because we have here the Page of Cups. Page of Cups can bring updates, news. It is a card that is connected to arts, creativity as well, and updates, news. Now I'm very curious to kind of see what the clarifier is. Okay, so the clarifier is the Five of Cups, which is a card of loss. It's a card of mourning and disappointments. I think there's going to be a surprise here, a negative surprise, I gotta say. Maybe it can be connected to the arts. Maybe somebody from the arts community will be gone. It can be also so that there might be a surprise loss of some sort. Like this loss can be pretty much any area. It can be like, economically losing out on a business, an opportunity as well, that might come into picture with that Ace of Pentacles as well. Now let's see what July is going to be all about. Okay, so we have here the Star card, which is beautiful. So July is going to be very hopeful. July is going to be a card that is going to be pretty positive, because this is a card of healing as well. So there might be here something along the healthcare system across the EU, some reforms or something to that regards, but also this is a card of wish fulfillment. So we'll see what it does pertain to. We have here the Hanged Man, which can be stuck energy or diseases as well. So from that perspective, I think there's going to be a new way of looking at the healthcare system across the EU. I'm not sure whether there's going to be a law attached to it, but I think maybe a revision of the healthcare system, how it is performing. There's definitely a new perspective that's going to be on it in the month of July. August, we do have here the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor is all about success, structure. It is also a card pertains to leading, leadership, strategy as well. So there might be here new structures that might be connected to this matrix. So maybe they are rethinking the foundations, the structures of the European Union in August, because again, this is a card that connects to stability. There might be here something taking a lead in some area as well, or maybe there might be changes in the leadership. I'm not sure if there's anything scheduled from that perspective, but I'm very interested to see if the clarifier card will tell us anything or not from that perspective. Yeah, the clarifier is the Eight of Cups, which is the leader is turning their backs. I wonder if Ursula will be kind of resigning in August. Because Eight of Cups is all about leaving something behind. We kind of talk about something that was that was important. But I wonder if there's gonna be. That's when you have the new the change in terms of the. Let me just look that up because I know that there's a rotating leadership in terms of which country is doing it, and I know that it's gonna be Cyprus from July to December. So it might be just really showing that there's a new kind of Cyprus is the one who is taking over the presidency of the council. So we'll see that if there's any kind of other changes in terms of leadership, because this is a very, very strong leader position. Okay, let's see what September is going to be all about. We do have here the Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles is all about planning, strategizing. Again, a lot of focus on planning, not a lot of movement forward. There might be here some connected to some offers. This is kind of like all about rethinking the long-term goals, the long-term future of the European Union. I kind of want to get a clarifier. Yeah, this is the vision, because we have here the Page of Cups as the clarifier, and that's all about it's a very dreamy one. So I think they're gonna have some plans here how to revitalize the future of the European Union. It might be connected to the economy or generally just to the vision of the region. All right, let's see what's going to be the final outcome of this reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hype if it's available. That's an indication that you enjoyed this video, and you're also helping me to grow the channel, to make sure that the messages get out to those who are interested to seeing them. And for you, it is only costing a couple of buttons to push, so I hope that you will push those like, subscribe, share, and hype buttons. And don't forget about the comment section. Let me know what do you think about the current state of the European Union, or the direction that it should go to. Where are you watching from? Which country? And how your country is benefiting from the European Union as well. And let me know anything you want to share in the comment. All right, let's see October. So October, we have here the Five of Wands. So this can be a conflict of some sort or competition. So it's not gonna, if it's gonna be a conflict, October, it's not gonna be a very hardcore one. It's one of those where I'm kind of getting here that just the fact that you have so many countries and they have different heritage, different history, and they just see things from a different point of view. There might be here something connected to diversity or immigration as well, and the clarifier is definitely the Two of Swords. There might be here some indecision around it. because this is kind of like where there are options, where they are kind of going back and forth. Now there might be some ceasefire in terms of a conflict as well, where they kind of pause of some shape or form, but very important here for them to kind of look into other options as well, as opposed to the two options or whatever they are considering here. Now again, there might be some competition as well, where they're gonna have hard time kind of deciding in terms of what direction to go with a competition. Now let's see November. We do have here the Knight of Cups. This can be some kind of an offer or something to that nature, so I'll definitely need a clarifier to see what kind of an offer this is. But this is also about the future, about the vision, the dreams and aspirations. Now interesting, it's the Five of Cups, which again, there might be here some focus on loss, focus on what went wrong, as opposed to seeing the opportunities. Yeah, there might be some headaches, worries here regarding some kind of an offer. Maybe it is connected to a peace offer as well, where they kind of be worried about it, or there might be some loss connected to it. Okay, let's see December as well, and we're gonna look at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so December is actually pretty good. We do have here the Empress, which again can indicate countries as well. It can indicate France or Russia as well, I think, or many of these big countries. But the Empress is all about new beginnings. It's all about prosperity, especially on the long run. So I think December is going to be probably some good indications for the economy as well that are coming in. Or there might be here something connected to productivity. So let's see the bottom of the deck. We do have here the Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles is a card of opportunities. So I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities, new initiatives that we can see that needs to be nurtured. But I think all in all, it doesn't seem like a bad year for the European Union. So that's all I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I'll be able to welcome you again.